Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday.
Happy Family Day Monday.
Yes. Welcome to Sermon Break, a special Family Day edition of Sermon Break.
Family Day edition.
Yeah.
That sets the bar a little too high.
It does.
It's like we're doing an activity or something.
It does.
But put it in the chat. What are you up to this Family Day? What have you been doing so far? Do you have any more plans for this afternoon, this evening? Let us know. Let us know. We want to celebrate with you.
I feel like people need to release their own personal lists of the things that you can do on Family Day.
That's true.
Because every Family Day comes around and then everyone's like, what's open? What's not open? It's not like Christmas or the standard holidays we know. It's Family Day. So you kind of got to guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like anyone I talk to for Family Day, they're like, I'm just going to like lay low, chill.
Yeah.
Like that's classic example. I think that's kind of the season we're in, February.
For sure. Yeah.
That's why we have this holiday, because we just all needed a break from this winter weather. So
definitely.
hope you're enjoying it. Hope
Yes.
you're enjoying it. But enjoying this Sunday.
Yes.
We did enjoy. It was amazing.
It was so good. Pastor came with week 2 of this series, Do the New You, but we started with the first mindset.
Mindset number 1.
And it was so incredible. If you didn't get a chance to watch the sermon, you have to watch it. It was so powerful, so impactful. I felt like it was one of those sermons where no matter what spectrum, wherever you are at in life, in your walk, you needed to hear that sermon.
100%. I'm not stuck unless I stop. And I think there's always been things in our life where we've felt like we've been in a season where we feel a little stuck. Maybe we're not like totally blocked and we can't do anything. But we've all had those seasons where we're like, I wish I was a little bit further along. Or I wish I was making a little bit more forward progress than I am. And so this message was amazing for whatever you're facing right now. So definitely put your sermon takeaways in the chat as well.
Yes.
So many great takeaways from it. And we're going to go watch this clip. Come on back and check it out.
Feel like I should break it down for you. And so, what? 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 Well, maybe that's the word God wanted you to get to today. You're telling me, and I'm telling you, keep going. Keep going. Through the valley, through the storm, I will worship all the more. Praise is a weapon. It's more than a sound. Praise is the water my enemies drown in. I'm not dying in this Red Sea. Pharaoh is. I'm not dying in this Red Sea. Fear is. I'm not dying in this Red Sea. Sin is. Shame is. Disgrace is. Give him praise if you know how to shout to it. What about now? How about now? How about now? Would be a very good time to shout.
What an awesome clip. I love it. Keep on going.
Yep.
That was such a powerful moment when he was writing and it just stopped. It was like, okay. And the whole crowd got engaged.
Yep.
People were in the room here
Yes.
in Mississauga where we were. Everyone's losing their minds. So
It was so good. And I think what's so cool about that too is that I will forever have in my mind Pastor writing the word. It was so bright. It was so bold. You could not miss it.
Yeah.
So
very, very sticky.
Yeah.
I love the point as well. I see so many in the chat as well. I love the point. Don't ever, I'm just going to read it here so I don't mess it up. Don't ever let what you don't have keep you from what you do have.
Right.
I don't know about you, but there's been times where I have just like stopped because I'm like, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I have what it takes. I need this. I need that. But I just love this reminder that like there's always something that we can do.
Right.
There's always a step that you can take. It may not be exactly the right step that you want to take, but there's something that you can do to make forward progress. And it reminds me of our value. We have all these values here at Elevation Church, and one of them is we think inside the box. I know you probably heard we think outside the box, but this is we think inside the box. It's about embracing limitations. Whatever limitations you have, think within it, invent innovate and find a way to keep moving forward, because
Right.
like we all wish if we had $1 million we could do XYZ, right? That's a good thing to
Yeah.
dream about, but we don't have $1 million. So what
Right.
can we do? What can we do is what we have right now. And this quote took me back to my single days back in the day when I was throwback, all right, before Kristen, BK. I basically had this mindset of like, once I get a wife, I'll be able to be more consistent in my workout because we'll go to the gym together.
Right.
Once I get a wife, we'll have devotional time together, so I'll be more consistent in that. You know,
Right.
and I'll eat better. You know, we'll be cooking and we'll be eating together. All these things of like, once I get there, once I get this wife, then I'll be able to. And God really convicted me in that moment to say, no, like, if you can't establish those habits now,
Right.
you're not going to be able to do it when you get this wife. And if
Right.
you don't have these habits now, probably won't get the wife that you want. So
Right.
I really had to kind of get over this thing of like one day when, but like, hey, what can I do right now? What's my, shout out Pastor Stephen from the start of the year, what's my one day win? Not one
Right.
day when, but one day win. And I think this tied in so well to that message as well, that like there's something that we can do today with what God's placed in our hand to keep moving forward.
Yeah, and I think it can be really hard and challenging because that means you have to do things on faith, like
Yes,
literally just
yes.
faith, because you can't see the future spouse, you can't see maybe the next step, but you're
Yeah.
just believing like, okay, God, I'm going to do what I can now to prepare for when the day does come. And if the day does come, I'm just doing it in faith because you spoke it and I'm going to believe it. And
So good.
when Pastor was preaching, he said this quote, "The trauma of what you went through became the template of where you thought God could take you."
Yes.
And I felt like that was like so personal, just because I think so many times we walk through things and we've never seen it before. Kind of like you're saying, you got to step out in faith. I've never seen someone
Yeah.
do this before. I just know what God has spoken to me, and something that the Lord's been teaching me a lot about is like generations, and how what I do now is going to impact generations and generations and generations to come. And it tied into a point later on that he said, you stop believing it could be true even though God spoke it. And so let this be encouragement for anyone who maybe God has spoken a word to you about your future, about your family, about what could come next. Just stay true to that. Keep walking it out in faith, even though you don't have the blueprint for it, even though you don't see it yet, even though it might be 10, 20, 30 years down the road. I know my mom always talks to me about my grandmother's prayers, and she's always saying like, oh, your grandmother didn't get to see the fruit of her prayers, but her prayers had fruit, and that's what matters.
What a legacy.
Right. What a legacy. And so I just pray and hope that would be encouragement for someone, like, just keep going,
Yeah.
keep pushing in faith, keep doing it in faith.
Which is our action step for
It
today.
is our action step.
It's our action step. Keep going.
Yes.
Pastor talked about it in the clip we watched. Keep going. I love when he even said, like, even a stumble is still a walk. You're still
Yeah.
moving forward. And so even if you're not getting it perfectly, even if you're not getting those perfect strides, that time on your run that you want, like, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And even if you're stumbling along, even if you're trying to make it happen, there's always something that you can do. And so want to encourage you with that this week. And if you have not signed up for an e-group yet,
Yes.
what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Connectioncenter.ca.
Yep.
Click on join a group, and you can see all the different groups that are available on there.
Yep.
We're launching lots of new groups as well. Shout out to SIA,
Yes.
College and Young Adults.
College and Young Adults. It's launching officially this Thursday.
Yeah.
So this Thursday at 1980 Matheson Boulevard East, that's our location right here in Mississauga. We will be meeting every Thursday at 7 p.m. to do College and Young Adults in-person e-groups. So that's if your ages 18 to 29, you feel free to join us. We're going to have food. It's going to be a good time, and just an opportunity for us to dive deeper in the words that Pastor has been preaching and what we've been learning through his new book. So it's going to be great. And Pastor said, I need a sweatshirt that says you can't do the new you without the right y'all.
Yeah,
So,
that was so good.
make sure you get around the right people. God has already equipped you with a ministry that has small groups. So make sure you get in an e-group. It's gonna be a great time.
It's going to be great as we continue with the series, Do the New You. Bring someone to church with you
Yep.
this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Mississauga, Whitby,
Yep.
wherever, we're there.
Yes.
And we can't wait to see you in church. God bless.
Have a great day.